Joe Piscopo is next on AM970. The Answer.
Good morning, Joe Piscopo on the radio, AM970, The Answer. A tough day in the United States of America after this mass shooting, but I welcome Arthur Aidala to the studio. I just want to, Arthur, great, thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure. No, usually we come in here and we joke around and all that, but you can't do that today. Just now, Linda's walking out, and I know her husband. Her husband went to law school with my father, so I literally know him my whole life.
Yeah. And
I said, how's he doing? He goes, she goes, the problem with him is he's always happy. And he is. That's Sid David. And I try to live my life like being grateful and counting.
We love that about you.
But, last night before I went to bed to prepare for today, I went online, and there was a profile of many of the people who were killed.
Yeah.
And, man, it's heart-wrenching. 23 years old, 27 years old, 29 years old. And not to make a stupid Joe Piscopo marriage joke, but there was one woman who was killed. Her husband last year forgot their wedding anniversary. I'm thinking, well, if you're Piscopo, you got 6 wedding anniversaries. It's maybe it can slip your mind, but I don't. That wasn't the case here. So for this year's wedding anniversary, he brought his wife to Vegas.
Saw that story
for the show.
Saw that story.
I mean, wow. And when you extrapolate out the 59 people who were killed, the 500 people who are injured, and then all the people affected by that, it's thousands and thousands and thousands of lives. Where, you're going to a show, you're going to a concert. It's not like, he decided to jump off there. They decided to jump out of a plane for their wedding anniversary and the parachute didn't go off. All right, in the law, you call it assuming the risk. But, man, and then last night I'm in the city and the Katy Perry's paying at the Garden. At the Garden. Al, you would think that, the president was there. I mean, there were thousands of police officers, thousands of police officers surrounded because you're worried about copycats. And I applaud the White House in saying this is not time for politics. This is not time for an argument about gun control.
He's Italian, Frankie. He's gonna hit. He's gonna hit the board. He's gonna hit the board.
Well, it makes sound like
But I do the same thing. We're Italian. We use our hands, and we always got to bump like that.
Yeah, I mean, especially
because he's afraid if he uses his hands forward towards you, you might feel that's threatening.
I might be attacked.
It's like the Ayatollah.
Morano, Aidala, Piscopo, and Gattulo. Not enough Italians in one room. And Rock Positano's going to call in. Dr. Rock's going to call in.
I got back from Italy. Yeah. I was there this past week.
Did you? I'm so sorry.
It was heaven on earth.
Welcome home, man.
It was heaven on earth.
And again, thank you for, first of all, addressing the victims because I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to lay on this too much. 7:45 with Joe on the radio. It's when you think the caliber of those bullets and going through, and forgive me, it's so early in the morning, ripping through the bodies, and then loved ones right next to them like that.
Yeah,
just
brothers
can't
and sisters talking about losing
May this
siblings.
Cockroach slug, I don't want to hear mental illness, I don't want to hear anything. May he rot in hell, God forgive me, may he burn in hell.
One guy, 2 best friends went, and one says how his friend died in his arms. I'm not making light. I mean, Al and I went to go see you too. Not whatever. 4 months ago. There before the grace of God go I. I lost my best friend Joe Hassan on September 11th. All of those feelings come flooding back into your system. Here we go again. I mean, because there's so many people here affected. Yeah. This isn't like 5 people, which still would suck. But I mean,
so just to take a little bit of a breath of fresh air, Arthur, Italy. Did you see the family over there?
I went. No, that's January. My cousin gets married in Sicily in January. I was blessed enough to go. The National Italian American Bar Association. So that's Lawyers of Italian American Heritage here in New York. Every 2 years they have an event in Rome. And, of course, my parents, God bless them, Louis and Marianne, kind of lead the parade over there. And we do a couple of classes, 2 hours worth of classes and 20 hours worth of eating, drinking, and walking around. That's in Rome. But I brought a couple of young lawyers who work in my law firm, one of whom had never been to Italy. So in 7 days, Joe, this is what we did. Milan, Florence, Urbino, Rome, the island of Ischia, the island of Capri, and we had dinner in Naples Friday night.
That's almost the best Italian trip I've heard.
I mean, because
that's the most original.
We
Who
saw
came up with that?
All. It was kind of me. I have friends in all of those places. I studied in a town called Urbino, which is a medieval town stuck back in time.
Was your wife with you?
No, she. I mean, it would have been a better trip. I mean, I would have really enjoyed
pause.
it more if she was there. No, because
more than a dramatic.
Well,
The
my-
only
my
time
heart
I've ever
breaks.
seen him stumped.
The fact that he had to think about it for a second.
My heart breaks. My heart breaks that she couldn't join us, but we have a little baby at home,
Can
and
you
she had to
say
hold down the
Gumada? Can you
floor.
say
No. Listen, Joe, you can never say Gumada.
No,
That is
no,
probably
you're right.
No, not only
I'm
for
right.
me, for anyone who I love. That
Well,
is
for
the
legal
worst
purposes, too, for
word
Joe.
in the
Can't, you know.
English dictionary. You know, every once in a while your eye strays. That's one thing, but the Gumada could just destroy the whole empire.
I know.
Especially if she's the babysitter.
Don't please that. God, who I try to. Oh, please.
Speaking of Italy, you have a big weekend coming up.
Yeah, it's a Columbus Day, and we broadcast on Monday on ABC7 with the one and only your buddy Maria Bartiromo, who
And
is
I will tell you,
spectacular.
My wife is the president. Mary Ann Bertuna is the president of the Italian American Lawyers of New York. And we always march. We march right behind the Columbus Citizens Foundation. I've been marching since I'm 12.
Yeah.
But this year more than any.
I
for
see, but
obvious
what-
reasons.
so
we're going to come out in force. I mean, I told my whole
Okay.
law
You're going to
firm-
throw him
Thank
another
you.
loaf of bread?
I'm going to throw. No,
He
I
did.
don't-
He
I
bought me the
don't-
lard
Lard
bread.
bread.
He the
Remember?
lard bread live on television. It was great. It was great. But you know, I have to tell you, this is going to be a big year. It's going to be a
100%.
big year. Now they're doing the wreath laying on the 8th. They're doing the wreath laying at the Columbus Circle with the statue. Chaz Palminteri, which I have to tell Frankie about. I told him. Long story short, I was supposed to be honored at City Hall today as an Italian American. Chaz calls me, Joey, you're not going. I go, what happened, Chaz? We're not going. We're all standing together not to take this statue down. Not to take it's our iconic symbol of the Italian American community of New York, and we're all sticking together. I'm not going to City Hall. I'm not going to Mayor de Blasio's Italian Heritage Day at the Gracie Mansion because they want to have a commission to see if they're going to take the statue down or not. I got the word from Chaz. When Chaz speaks, you listen. And then we got he's doing a press conference, by the way, tomorrow. Chaz is about this whole thing, so we're serious about this.
No, I will tell you the reason why I am going on Thursday to Gracie Mansion is
You're going.
Yeah, I do have a personal relationship with the mayor. I do know that the mayor spent, I believe, 2 summers of his childhood in the hills of Naples. I do know that he does identify strongly with his Italian heritage.
Really?
His son's name's Dante. His daughter's name is Chiara. Yeah. I mean, there's got to be a little Italian in there. And I'm gonna go right. I'll go toe to toe with him, Joe. I'm like, Mr. Mayor, I know you got to do whatever garbage political stuff. I said, you better look me in the eyes and tell me you are not going to.
You going to say that? Will you be the messenger there?
100%.
Morano wants
And he knows
5
it.
boroughs
You
wants
doubt him saying that?
5 boroughs wants me to go dressed as Christopher Columbus to that event. Would that be
I
funny?
think that would be great.
That would
I'll be your first mate.
Ahoy, Mr. Mayor. I mean,
I'll
what
be
am I
your
gonna
first mate.
That would,
You
make
know-
the New
Ahoy!
York, that would make it to the New York Post.
You know? Hey, welcome home. I want to listen. You got to come back. Tell us about Italy. How great it was. You went.
And
And
when
thanks
we
for
get off the
asking.
air,
Thanks for asking us for going.
I have a picture of
Did
a
you get the
sign-
invite, Frank?
A street
no.
sign of a store named Piscopo. I'll show you. The
Oh,
picture.
yeah, I think I saw that
There's a
over there.
place down
Very
in
common
Naples.
name over there.
Yeah,
You know?
and on a totally side note, I am saddened by the tragic, quick loss of Tom Petty. I mean, 66 is it's a pretty young age when you're watching.
Yeah.
I saw Roger Waters. What is he? 74? How old is he? I mean,
Yeah, 74.
I mean, I'm thinking Petty's going to be around for a while. I just missed this last.
Just
tour.
got off the
way-
road.
But it's just the way that he went. I mean, you get this massive heart attack and then you die.
yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
just.
And he
then-
didn't look grossly out of shape. The
No,
guy
but-
was in shape.
But then brain dead and pulling off life support. And what a terrible, horrible, lonely way to die.
Yeah, but Arthur, thanks for you remembering the victims of Las Vegas. Can't get away from that. Want to stay on that all week long. But you know what? In the news cycle, and Arthur, you know, you're such a savvy media personality, and you're so good at this. And I'm not just joking. You know, we love you.
How much did my mother give you for that?
No, Mary
She
Ann,
said
how
you don't
great.
go-
We had the best time on the cruise with your mother.
She's in Greece right now.
She
They went
bought-
from Rome.
Oh!
They went from Rome. They flew to Athens, and they're
She's
going
to get holy water for Al again. She got Al who had cancer. They're going to.
I was
Can't
right
wait for the sizzle.
I was right there when he tells my 79-year-old mother, he's like, if you touch me with that water, it's going to sizzle. She looked at him like, what?
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels
true,
you.
it would've.
like that. It was like that. 751 Arthur Aidala, we love you,
Keep
man.
up the great work, guys. We
Thank
love
you, brother. Thanks for stopping in today.
If it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.